Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining me here on my YouTube channel. If we haven't properly met, my name is Angela Olmos. I am a full-time realtor in the Northeast Florida area, and I am here to help you attain your real estate goals. Whether you're looking to buy or sell a home, I have all the expertise to help you with this. So please be sure to subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell so that you can get all of the updates and all the videos that I create. In today's video, I am going to be talking to those sellers that want to upgrade onto a bigger and better home, or might be looking to downsize. But the situation is where you already own a home and want to see how you would transition onto buying another one, which might involve getting your first home sold so that you can buy your second. So that's what we're diving into today. Now, usually when I meet with a client that's looking to buy another home, there's usually a reason, something going on in their life that is prompting them to do that. So whether you're looking to get more space because maybe you just had another child or more children and now you're just seeming, the house is just too small, you need more space. That's one of the things that we hear often as a reason to buy a bigger home. Maybe you're downsizing. Maybe that great big home that you needed one time or a season in your life is not the same season of life that you're in right now. So you need to make a change. This is everyday life. Millions of people have gone through this, and that is the reason why we have real estate agents so that you can transition onto your new investment, your new home as easy as possible. So the very first thing that I would want you to do, and I would recommend doing, is making sure that you're very clear as to how you're going to purchase the next home financially. Normally, there's just two ways to purchase. You could either purchase by paying it all in cash, or you could get a mortgage. Now, most people would do a mortgage with a combination of a down payment, but still using financing. So if that is the way that you're going to go about that, you want to make sure that you get pre-qualified for financing right away. There's a lot of good things that are going to come from that. Number one, you're going to be able to know whether you're approved for the mortgage on the next home. You're also going to know whether it's approved with the contingency to sell your current home, or it might be approved without a contingency, or you might just realize that you have to work on your credit and then reapply. So either way, you're going to come out with a lot more information in a much better way than you're at right now. So the very first thing is get pre-qualified for the purchase of your next home. And the way to do that is just simply to connect with a mortgage professional. If you need any recommendations, I actually have great relationships with a lot of lenders here in Northeast Florida. I've been doing this a long time, so I've been able to create some great relationships that I'll be able to recommend to you so that you can go ahead and get the financing started. Now, once you've been pre-qualified, at this point, you should know whether you can go ahead and purchase your next home right away or whether you need to sell your current home first. I'm going to go ahead and be talking to what we hear often, which is, yes, you're approved to buy your next home with the contingency, the condition of getting your current home sold. So that's where I can help you tremendously on both sides. And I like to be able to position myself as a value advisor and, a real estate advisor for you to be able to transition through that. So one of the very first things that we're going to need to do is prepare your current home for sale and get it on the market. With that, there's a preparation on the home that needs to be taken care of before we go on the market. We need to make sure the condition is as good as it can be. We also need to be looking at pricing, which is one of the things that I study every day. I want to make sure that we're going to price this home effectively. And the market has definitely been shifting a lot. So you want to make sure that you're working with an advisor or real estate agent that's actually well-versed in what's happening in the market now, not what happened a year ago or 2 years ago or even 6 months ago. It's really changing that fast. So you want to look at current comps. You want to make sure that your pricing is good. You want to make sure that you prepare the home correctly. And what this means, it means decluttering, depersonalizing, organizing, making sure that everything looks fresh and clean. And I have great recommendations and great tools that I can share with you to be able to get your home to that condition and then get it on the market. Okay, now let's say your home's now on the market and you're starting to get the showings that are being, these buyers that are attracted by the way the house is being presented online. So they're going to start previewing it, okay? And with the right preparation, we should start seeing some offers coming in. Now, when you get those offers, I can help you through that by not just only looking at the price, but also the terms of the offer. This becomes even more important than in a first-time homebuyer situation because the terms have to match the closing date on your next home. So we need to, first of all, make sure that we pick out your next home, whether it's a brand new construction. Then we need to make sure that the delivery of that brand new construction is going to match the closing on your current home, or possibly you may have to make arrangements in between to be able to, to be able to bridge those together. But oftentimes we're able to coordinate the timing where when one home closes, your current home closes, then you can go in and close on your next home as well. So those are some of the things that I help you evaluate when you start getting offers. It's not just about the price, it's about the terms. How are they going to pay for that? And then also, when are they going to be closing? The time factor is really important in what we're trying to achieve here, which is a smooth transition onto your next home. Now, once we've been able to achieve getting your home on the market and under contract, then this is going to be the times that you're going to be in escrow. And during that time, what you can expect is a home inspection on the home that you're selling, which is pretty typical these days. Any buyer nowadays would want to take a look at the home inspections, which they're going to look at plumbing, electrical, AC, and more of the mechanical aspects of your home. Make sure that you prepare that home for that home inspection. And I also have some tools that I can share with you to make sure that when your home comes in, to get inspected, then you can pass with flying colors. But it's really important that we focus on those steps, because the inspection is one of those things that could be the reason why some deals might actually fall apart. And considering this is a contingency, or it could be a contingency to you buying your next home, is even more meaningful to you. So we want to make sure that everything that happens with that sale, including the inspection, is carefully planned, is carefully executed to achieve the best results. Once we pass that inspection, okay, then we are going to be coordinating with the purchase of the next home as far as the closing date. And that would all vary depending on the conditions, whether it's a brand new construction. A lot of times we aren't really sure when it's going to be completed until it's closer to its completion date, or it might be a resale home that's already built and we don't have to wait a whole lot for it. It might have been vacant for a while, so you don't wait for anyone to come to leave the home. So there's a lot of moving parts, but just know that I have the knowledge, I have the experience, the flexibility, and all the tools to be able to help you transition from your current home onto your next. And then here comes the most exciting part, closing date. Closing date can be the most exciting and happy days of your life if it's executed correctly. If it's not, it could be very, very stressful. So you do want to work with a real estate agent that has done this many, many times before, that has the knowledge, the expertise, and all the resources to help you through that. When closing date comes as the official handoff of the title, the keys, the ownership rights of that property onto the buyer of your first home. So when you're doing that closing, if you had a mortgage on that, part of that closing would take care of paying off that loan on that home, which relieves you from any financial liability or financial responsibility that you may have had while you had the ownership of that home, which is basically the condition that they had placed on you getting your next mortgage. So just keep in mind that that closing date is kind of like the official send off. Okay, I'm no longer the owner of that home. I am now the owner of this home, which will occur when we do the closing on the second home. Many of these things can be done even on the same day. It could be really hectic if we do it on the same day, but they could be close together maybe one day and then closing on the other one the next. A lot of moving parts. There's a title company that does the closing, so we'll make sure that we engage the title company as far as the timing for the closing, that we engage the lender that's doing the second mortgage for you, or the new loan on the second home. And that's pretty much it. That kind of ties it all together. But just remember, there's a lot of moving parts, and you definitely want to work with a realtor that has done this plenty of times to help you through that transition and knows what's coming up at every stage of this process, so that you're never caught off guard or being surprised by something that you didn't see that coming. So absolutely connect with me if you have any questions about any of this. I know that we covered quite a bit. And there's always questions that come up. And just remember, every situation is going to be a little different. So what I've shared with you guys is a brief overview of what I've seen most people go through, but there may be a special circumstance with your situation. So I'll love to get to know you and be able to help you with that. it could be achieved very easily. There's a free consultation that I do for all my buyers and sellers. So all you have to do is connect with me on the at the contact information at the bottom of the screen. And I look forward to hearing from you and helping you attain your real estate dreams. Have a great day and talk with you soon.